Insights Health and Wellness Show. Our guest for today is Dato Dr. Ken Foo. He's the chairman of SEERS. SEERS was founded in 2008 and is listed on Bursa Malaysia, the Malaysian Stock Exchange. It is a Malaysian investment holding company that has two broad categories of products, namely in health and appliances. It is now aggressively expanding its health portfolio. Now, to tell us more, welcome to the show, Ken.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Biztechasia. Yeah, SEERS is basically we are a manufacturer of medical device. So the most important thing right now is we want to highlight on the health awareness, because the health awareness is very, very important for us. Like, you know, where we are setting up clinics, 15 clinics in the market soon.
Yeah, so give us an overview of your business and your history, starting in 2008 when you started.
When we started is when we started in 2008, SEERS is a manufacturer of electrical appliances. So from there, we has a patented technology from there, and then with this patented technology, whereby a water heater doesn't apply any heating element. And also we have been awarded by Singapore Green Building Council as a green products. And then from there, we strike our so-called lottery, because all this building in Malaysia, you need to apply for green building. So they got no choice. They will need a green building certified electrical appliances. So from there, we actually has been supplying to all various buildings, for example, like developers, you know, and also hotels as well, industrial as well. And after that, in 2018, we are very blessed with all these projects. We become a listed company, and from there, immediately, because of my background is biomolecular, as well as in 2009, I invented hydrogens for cars. So a lot of people know that we actually know how to do hydrogen, and hydrogen is an antioxidant, see, for a health drink, as well as a gas as well. It has been proven with all the clinical research. So that's how we pursue our health direction all the way until today.
Okay, so what sort of medical devices do you produce and distribute?
We produce HFNC, which is called high flow nasal cannula. For those, if you know CPAP, BiPAP, especially for those COVID, this is another level, which is another higher level compared to BiPAP, CPAP, which is latest technology, which help the lungs to expand. And also, it's not the full face mask, you know, it's just a nasal cannula, so that to help patient, for example, like fibrosis, you know, people can breathe easily, they can talk, they can eat, you know, with this. And besides that, we also produce oxygen concentrator, as well as hydrogen gas. We have ultrasound machine, you know, antioxidant gas, as well as we call another machine, it's called ultra electron, which is actually for blood circulation for veins and arteries, especially those who have Parkinson or stroke and so on.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you a little bit more in terms of your devices, but tell us about what you just mentioned just now about your clinics and wellness centers that you're setting up. When did you start this business, and what are the plans for this business in 2022, 2023?
2018, when I decided to actually, you know, focus, that was before COVID happened. We focused on our health industry, because hydrogen is an antioxidant. It's a drug-free, you see. It's a natural antioxidants that actually, especially in Malaysia, you know, we have a very high diabetic issue, you see. So when people take medication, you know, you only suppress. There's no cure, you see, you know. With this latest technology right now, you know, everyone can actually, you know, it's a drug-free, because once you consume too many drugs, how long can our kidney and liver sustain, you see? So basically, this antioxidant, you know, partake into our body. It's a drink, it can be gas, you know, and automatically, for example, like people having diabetic, you can activate the pancreas and release the insulin by itself, you see. So normally, this is what we focus in our wellness center. So after that, for the clinic side, of course, clinic is actually, everyone is taught by, you know, this is a GP clinic, you see. So, but not that, we are pursuing into more into pain intervention as well as wound management. Because, for example, like wound management, it can be arterial wound, can be venous wound, can be foot ulcer, wound ulcer, and diabetic wound. So all these things, but if patient that they go into particular normal clinic or hospitals, they just do the dressing on the wound. But for SEERS, we address not only the wound, we address what is the cause of the root, and we treat from the inside to the outside. That means internal body to the exterior body. You see, so besides that, for the pain intervention, because we are a group of medical device manufacturer, and we have a group of orthopedic surgeon together with us. So, and orthopedic surgeons, they are all experts in pain management. So yeah, we have a lot of ways, and yes, these are all specialized trained, how to penetrate this type of pain to give a better quality life for our patient.
Okay, and so where are you at currently? You're looking to set up 15 clinics and wellness centers throughout Malaysia. How many have you already set up today?
Currently, East Malaysia, we have four. We have four right now. Then in KL by itself, we have 3 wellness center, 1 clinic, and in Penang we have 1 wellness center, as well as in Ipoh we have 1 wellness center as well. In Johor Bahru we have Johor Bahru we have another 1 wellness center.
So then, who are you partnering with? Are these wholly owned company stores? Are they franchises? Who are your partners?
We are running in both ways, see, because as the business is growing, some of these wellness centers and clinics belongs to us, and some of it is in a franchise method. We are very selective with our partners, especially doctors, because minimum it has to be 5 years experience above, and then we will go together with them.
Now, I want to zoom back on what you said earlier. You talked about your medical devices. So obviously, this is complementary to your wellness centers and your clinics. Your medical devices are supposed to then are designed to promote natural wound healing and recovery from COVID-19 and stuff. Tell us a little bit more about the technology around this, and why are your solutions more effective?
That's a very good question, right? So basically, a lot of people mistaken that the body needs vitamins so much, So when you don't have a good absorption in the body, therefore whatever you eat is going to extract into your kidney and liver. So basically, what a human body needs is actually negative ion as well as antioxidant. These 2 things. So basically, if you talk about negative ion, yes, you can get it free. For example, like berries, broccoli, all these things. But can you imagine? There's a lot of pesticide on that fruits. So how to get a natural antioxidants? Whereby in clinical research, hydrogen is actually H2O, water, H and water. So there is a device, a machine that actually we can divide the H and the O together, which means we throw away the oxygen. We are using the H2, molecular H2 hydrogen. And H2 has been proven internationally is a very natural high antioxidant, which our blood cell needs, because human blood cells, we call it hemoglobin, it will last us for 120 days. So basically, within 120 days, it oxidizes. Why? Due to stress, due to pollution, due to our eating habit, all these sort of things, so that therefore our immunity, metabolism is down. So we've been easily, attacked by bacteria and all these viruses. So how to prolong our immunity? So basically, to prolong our immunity is actually to protect our hemoglobin is actually antioxidants. So you partake this hydrogen. Hydrogen is a super high antioxidant, which is a food for our blood cells. Therefore, it will take care of our blood cells, and it will prolong the life, because the size, the quantity, the volume, of the blood cell is so important, because myself as a biomolecular, we can show you through inside the microscope. We can take a prick of blood and put inside the microscope and to explain each and every sign in your body, because blood is our own DNA. See, we can explain to you, like for example, like hormone imbalance, prostate problem for women like early menopause, all these things we can monitor: kidney, liver function, capillary plaque, as well as blood viscosity. So something very interesting, Brian, super interesting.
So so obviously the ability to identify early detection of these diseases is very, very important. What are some of the long-term health benefits of using, for example, hydrogen molecules to act as antioxidants to accelerate natural wound healing? How long is this backed up by science? How much quicker does it help in terms of natural wound healing?
For example, a person that actually has diabetic. Yep. So diabetic, you can see something which is very fast action. When the moment, without any medication, especially a person has diabetic, without any medication, you partake our antioxidant drink as well as antioxidant gas, go through the process of the treatment for 45 minutes to an hour. Immediately you can prick and measure the sugar level. You can see the reaction. Immediately the diabetic will come down immediately after 45 to 1 hour treatment. You see,
okay,
of course,
that's
you
very
need to
quick
continue.
Response.
Sorry.
That's a very quick response.
Yes, yes, indeed. As you can see, something is very positive, because during the centuries, like last time, people got to depend on, for example, like diabetic, you depend on medication, you depend on drugs, and there is no cure for it, forever. So again, I would like to mention how long you want to partake this antioxidant. Partake these drugs. Can your kidney, liver sustain for 10 to 15 years? No way, right? So the quality of life is also deteriorate. So whereby today, SEERS, we have these supernatural high antioxidants can actually cater for the patient, for the consumer out there. Even though if you want today to keep your health, up to tip-top condition, no problem. Of course, definitely our SEERS hydrogen H2 molecular hydrogen will actual 100% benefits each and every one out there.
Okay, are you working with any doctors or clinicians or universities in Malaysia to validate and test these outcomes?
Oh yes, we do. We have MSU together with us doing this research, and we have University Malaysia as well working together with us. This is behind, and of course our board of directors. We have board of advisors as well. We have many orthopedic surgeons behind our back actually to go together with this R&D as well.
Okay, and so in terms of the use of natural healing treatments in your centers, who staffs your centers? Are they traditional medical professionals, or are they perhaps TCM practitioners for these initiatives?
For this blood screening, especially we do blood screening, we hire biomedical, you see. So it needs to be minimum criteria to be qualified, because as a biomedical, because biomedical are the one who has the rights to actually prick the blood and explain the product. Because whenever you do your blood test in whichever lab out there, so as you can see, all the reports come down, the signature at the bottom are all biomedical based.
Okay. Now, so just to recap, so we understand, can you summarize one of the key benefits of partnering or using SEERS services for me as a patient? If I'm coming in, I'm a pretty healthy person, what are the benefits of going to your centers? Or if, say, for example, my uncle who has diabetes, what are his benefits of going to your center? Give me two scenarios.
Especially for those who have treat your life important, you see. Anyone, if you want to maintain a healthy life, two things only. Number one is antioxidant and negative ion. How to get the super high natural negative ion and super high antioxidant? Here we are, SEERS, because whatever that happens in our body, we always emphasize that what is the cause of the roots. For example, blood. You see, whenever your blood get toxic, it depends on which part of the body component actually deteriorate. That's why some people get uric acid, some people get diabetic, all these things. It's actually all happens to your blood. But if you maintain your blood cells healthy, that is supposed to be, whenever, 120 days, they change the new blood cells. It's always there. We don't call premature blood cells. In our biomedical term, is actually we call it a premature cell, which is you can see that a person immunity deteriorates. See, so very important is actually our blood cells. You want to maintain a good health, always all the time and look young, energized. Yes, your blood cells.
Okay. So how about somebody who is actually already has diabetes?
Okay, for example, anyone out there that have any chronic illnesses. So the most important thing is we always emphasize this machine as a complementary medical device. See, that means that you need to take medication along as well, and we will build up your immunity by strengthen your blood cell. We let your blood cell rejuvenate by this antioxidant, by using gas or by using water, any treatment, you see. So therefore, we want to actually rejuvenate your body organs in order they will rebuild back, you see. Rebuild back is supposed to be the normal function. Eventually, you can see your health is getting better, and we will slowly reduce the medication of intakes. We have a lot of cases like diabetic, one day 4 times insulin, Brian, 4 times. I'm no joke, today they are totally drug-free. We did a few couple of interview. It works, 100% it works.
Okay, so how long does this normally take, Ken?
That's a very good question, Brian, because why? We can't actually guarantee of how long is it, because some patient it takes 4 months, some patient it takes 6 months, you see. So it depends on your own body metabolism, body immunity, how fast it recovers, as well as your sleeping habit, your eating habit, everything's that actually calculate. For one simple scenario, I can tell you one simple scenario. I have one he is, I cannot mention what type of hospital, but it's a big hospital. He is a board of director inside there, and he is a sports fanatic person. One day, immediately, his sugar spikes up. He doesn't know. And then he went to his family doctor. The next thing, they check on the sugar. It's 20 past. Immediately, he asked him to admit to the hospital. Once he admitted to the hospital, shoot up to 33. Immediately, he fainted. 3 days ICU in the inject insulin. So what is the cause of the roots? Oh, not knowingly, we have thyroids. So thyroid is the one that causes the hormone imbalance, spoil the pancreas immediately. And guess what? Out of 1,000 people, because once you have 20 plus to 30 diabetic level, you need the insulin to actually help. But out of 1,000 people, 1 people got allergic, and he is the one. Whenever he used the insulin, he got inflammation, and he doesn't want to take drugs because he has to be on high dose of drugs because insulin can help. So he looked for the organic, which is don't help. Organic can't help. So someone introduced him over. He came to our center to get it treated. Plus, he's a very we call it disciplined person. He exercises every day. He take care of his fruits, of his food, or his food. Eventually, the shortest period of this case is around 3.5 months. You can see today he is 5 to 6. He's super happy man, healthy man. And today, and he is 68 years old, by the way.
Oh, fantastic. Now, Ken, sounds really promising. SEERS sounds like it's really on the right track. What are your plans heading into the new year in 2023 as a business?
Heading to 2023 is something very exciting. Yeah, very exciting on our side because regardless of the, we can call it a global recession, which is coming, and also Malaysia is also facing, our election is coming. So a lot of things are very uncertainty, but the health business is actually, it will never deteriorate. It will never slow down. You see, everyone needs that. You see, so we are going into a big way. We are reaching out the people to each and every states and nation as well. So we are actually would like to promote this, the art of natural healing, to the people out there, and everyone can benefit of it. So we won't see any problems there.
Now, Ken, it's been a very informative conversation. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for having me, Brian, and Biztechasia. Thank you.
Now, we've been speaking to Dato Dr. Ken Foo, the chairman of SEERS, and I'm Brian Fernandez. It's our BizTech Health and Wellness Show. This interview will be on our website, www.biztech.asia, as well as our social media platforms. It will also be on our syndication partners, TV stations, radio stations, and websites. Thank you very much for tuning in.